Welcome to Black Fly on the Wall, the podcast, Black men advocating for black men. Today's episode 37, or 36, whatever you want to call it. Black women. It's okay to marry a man making $42K a year. What's wrong with that? So before we get into it, because you know my boy Sam, he ready.
Boy,
turned up to the max.
My boy about to jump off.
I mean, bro,
Itching. I'm so ready for this topic.
he about to come over the dash.
Yeah, my hands sweating for this topic.
Okay. Well, Sam, introduce yourself since you're ready.
What's going on, y'all? Sam Archer, founder of Mastering the Man, the one and only. You already know.
All right, my boy beside Tony.
Tony Creasy from Durham, North Carolina, the Bull City.
Okay.
Christ follower.
Okay.
Father, fiance, and business owner.
Talk
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And he got on the mauve. It's a marvelous day.
Marvelous day.
He got on the mauve. All right, my boy beside me right here.
Hey, it's Samson Robinson, Dr. Samson Robinson.
Ooh, get it right.
Sorry.
Don't forget.
Had to put that there. But nah, I'm a physical therapist. I am from Harford County, Maryland.
Nice.
And that boy sing.
All right, fellas.
Marlon.
What's wrong with a woman marrying a man making $42K a year?
I mean, I don't know. I guess that's what we're trying to figure out, right? I feel like you definitely have some outliers, but
And to set the foundation of it, the US Census Bureau reports that that black men make an average of $42K a year. So if black men make an average, keyword is average, of $42K a year, for a woman that says that she doesn't want a man making that amount of money, she'll prefer a man makes a number higher than that. Is she dismissing the average black man?
I mean, 9 times out of 10, she's probably the average black woman.
Ooh.
Right? So I feel like
we 2 minutes in. Ding.
I mean, look, and I get it. I get it, though.
Man.
I get it. You want to, like, set your standards above and beyond, but the average means that that's where most of the people fall, right?
Yeah.
So you have your outliers, but why does the man need 3, 4, 5 times your income for you to be happy?
80%. That means that roughly probably around 85-90% of men make that amount of money.
I mean, just to piggyback off that, right? How do you expect me to continue to be with you if you can't accept me at 42 when I start making them 6 figures? Right?
They want you already there.
Why do I want you then?
They want you already there.
You want me already there. Like, that's not the way I'm trying to be. I want you to accept me for where I am now. So when I start making that, I know you riding for me. Like Drake said, you want with me shooting in the gym.
You want with me shooting in the gym?
I be shooting in the gym.
Shout out to Drizzy, man. Shout out with the Drizzy. Go ahead,
Doc.
Talk,
Look,
say what you gotta say.
I guess. Okay, so I don't think it's like that. Like it's like that. Yes, it's what we see, but I don't think in a reality it's like that.
Well, not.
In an example, I think that a lot of times people are black men are in a state where they're making that 42K, and they want women to be okay with that.
What's wrong with that?
You don't have a plan to do more than that.
Okay.
And a lot of instances, I see like black men where I'm okay with just making that 42K. And I think that women like a man that got a plan. That got a okay. All right, you making 42K now, but I'll rock with you if you say that. Hey, I want to do this. I got plans of doing this.
Okay.
I just need you to roll with me.
Okay.
If you're not able to show the blueprint or show that you have some type of will to get to a bigger place, then I can't be mad at a woman, feeling that way.
Okay, but tell me this. Tell me.
I want to combat that. Yeah, I want to combat that.
We're going to get to these questions. It's a boxing match. Hold on.
I only want to combat that only because.
Hold on, Sam. So.
Yeah, because I'm about to go in.
If a woman judges a man based off of what he makes, right? Mm-hmm. If he makes $100,000 and he got $100,000 worth of debt, and he makes $42,000 and he has no debt, what man has more equity in his life?
Talk to him live.
Yes, but
she's judged him based off of what he makes. So what he makes is the only thing that's the real concern. You don't get into what baggage you have as far as your debt until later on in the relationship, whenever you all you're letting somebody come past that first step. You letting them in the door. But one of the first questions within the first 10 dates, right?
That's
You know,
how much you
where
make.
you at? How much you making?
Okay, but I don't think a whole lot of women are leaving it at that.
Why not?
Because I honestly think a lot of black women is riding for dudes that ain't doing nothing. Come on now, let's be real.
I'm gonna combat that. I'm gonna combat
But
that.
that's the
though.
truth. No, hold on, but that's the truth because you either got to be really rich or really broke to have certain things happen, right? You like you said, you see women who they dealing with men who ain't got no job, ain't looking for a job, ain't worked in a couple of years. But she buying them a car, she got them a place to stay, she buying them PS5s, Jordans, all this stuff, and you like, what the hell?
I'm gonna combat what you said, right?
All right.
Because black men are getting married at a higher rate than black women.
Yes.
So we're not even marrying our black women because they're not accepting us making that 42K.
Yes.
So we go into that culture that's accepting us making 42K and we making it work with that and making a family out of that.
Yes.
Then our black women are getting mad at us. But we're like, hey, accept us where we are. Let us work. Let us
Grow.
build.
Yeah.
Let us grow. And you got to be there through that. And our black women are doing that as much as we want. And that's why they're getting married at such a lower rate than the black man.
But that, again, I think that goes back to like, man, if I'm saying that I am making 42K and I don't got a plan to do something more, I think that's really the issue.
I get you.
I get what you're saying.
I get what you're saying, but
It's the
also,
plan. But keep in mind though, what is wrong with a man being comfortable where he is though?
Well,
Hold
no man should be
on. Because you got men that get comfortable when they make 100. What's wrong with that?
I don't think it's
Right. So if it's not about how much you make. Okay, it's about what you do with it. Because if you make 100 and you tricking it off,
True.
and you make 42 and you stacking, you can put up more money than the man that makes 100. So it's not about the money that you make, and it doesn't make you less of a man if you make 42K. Because we're telling our black men, we got to think about the narrative here. We're telling our black man that the average black man that what you're doing isn't good enough.
Yeah.
Like I'm agree with you on that one too, because some people know, some people don't. I had a short stint where I played in the NFL.
Okay.
I have way more money now than when I played then because,
Wow.
like you said,
That's crazy.
I walked in the mall and I seen something. I'm like, oh, I can buy that
Okay.
because I'm gonna get another
get it
20.
back.
So without going into your number, what's the multiplier for when you were in the NFL to what you're doing when you started off transitioning back into the workforce? What's the multiplier? So you're making what, 5 times? You were in the NFL. You were making 5 times more or 10 times more.
It was close to 5-10.
So you're making about 5 to 10 times more in the NFL. He said he's making 10 times more money in the NFL, and he has more money now.
Way more money, not more. Way more money.
Way more money.
Way more money.
More money now than when he was in the league, because it's not about the amount of money that you make.
It's not.
about how much
about
you
It's
what
about
you do
what
with
the
it.
man keeps.
It's about
and
what
so,
you do with it.
with black people with a lack of financial literacy, though, we lack financial literacy. I understand where women are coming from whenever they think like this because they don't know money.
But it's an environment of lack though.
Right.
You
It's not an
scared.
excuse.
It like I feel like most of it is just fear, right? You don't want to make 42. It ain't because 42 ain't enough.
It's the number.
because-
They don't like the number.
It's just you just don't like the number because all you hear is I made 6 figures this year. I made 6 figures this year. Yeah, a lot of people make 6 figures gross,
Right.
but only bought in 2-3 grand. You know what I mean?
Sam, I know you want to say something. It's women that would take a man that makes $100,000 a year and 2 kids already, over a man that is single, no children, that make 50, and he's paying out $2,000-$3,000 in child support. He's paying out other expenses.
Gotta deal with
His
the drama.
expenses are 3 times the amount of the man that makes 50, and she don't know that this man over here that makes 50 is going to be making probably about 150 within a 10-year time span. But she's not choosing him because of where he is right now. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, go ahead.
That's the thing. Like it's a lot of dudes. I think it's really the issue of being okay with that. I think it's the issue like if you're saying that you're okay with being right here and you're not giving a woman the comfort of knowing that you got a plan for something.
Okay.
Just like you looking at her. If you saying that, okay, she's doing this, and this, and she doesn't have any will in her to be bigger than that or be better than what she is.
Okay.
Like it's men, it's women that say that I'm good right here. And that it's for me, that's an issue. Whether you making 100, 100,
Facts.
200, whatever.
Right.
To say I'm good right here, no, you never.
You should never be good.
Right. You should never be good. Okay, I accept that.
But see, and Sam,
And y'all go ahead and continue talking.
I hear
we
you
gonna bring,
on the plan thing, right?
Moanalisha in.
But I feel like nobody plans to make 42K. You know what I mean? Like they're not setting out the goal saying, "Oh, you know what? I'm gonna work my ass off and I'll make 42K." Like, if anything, that's why we have the average, right? You aim high, and the average is somewhere where everybody falls in between. So
That's a good point.
the question is, when did average become so bad?
Right.
When that's where everybody is,
Right.
Or mostly everybody is,
Right.
And when I say plan, I don't necessarily mean a number.
Yeah,
I mean plan as in I want to be something more than where I am right now.
Yeah.
Like whether that means I want to buy a house or I want to.
Your call has been forwarded to an automated.
So it's not necessarily I think like man I be talking about this to my girl, man, and I be like she be like she wants to feel like I'm leading, you know.
Okay.
As a man, you know, a woman wants to feel like you in the lead, and if you saying that, oh, you should just accept me for what I got,
Yeah.
for what I got right now, that's not, to me, that's not enough. Whether it's not the money issue, and I think you're right. I think a lot of women are making it like you making 42, that's not enough. I mean,
Yeah.
I think a lot of women are like that, but I think it's to me it's bigger than that. It's like I think a lot of women will say,
Hey, Miss C. Renee, Miss Moanalisha. How you doing?
Oh, this is Moanalisha.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
Moanalisha.
Yeah.
Hey, Miss Moanalisha, she we have a few fellows on the pocket. We just finishing a statement, but we're gonna bring you on to share your perspective on black women. It's okay to marry a man making 42K a year. Who said that?
Yeah, I said it.
Yeah, who said that?
Yeah, what's up? This is Sam Archer. What's going on? I said it.
Oh, okay.
Welcome to the show.
Sam,
Yeah.
all right.
Yeah. Energy already. You already know.
All right. Just cue me. Whenever you ready, just cue me in. I'm over here. on
Okay.
mute.
Okay, and also Ms. Moanalisha, we have Samson. He's also on the show with us today, and Tony.
So y'all got Sam and Samson.
Yes, ma'am. Don't cuss Samson out because you want to go with Sam. Please don't.
I'm okay with that though.
Yeah,
Please don't make Samson pay for Sam's mistakes.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on with
I'm
Sam.
hoping for that mistake.
And what we can do for the conversation, we can make them identify themselves so that the right person get cussed out. All right. But
Yeah, do that.
all right. So go ahead. So my question, why are black men judged by the amount of money they make? Sam.
Do black men really feel that way? Like, is that the?
Big facts.
I hate to ask the question.
No, go ahead. Ask the question. Go ahead. Come
But
on. Let's get
is
it.
that really? Is that? First of all, when you say black men, I feel like it's a men in general. I don't feel like it's just tied to black men. But then, I don't know. I get that question often, or I hear that sentiment often, and I'm just like, who is doing that? I don't understand
So-
who's doing that.
so-
Judging?
So Renee. So okay. So I'm gonna call you Renee.
Y'all
'cause
doing it?
that's how I know you. I can't call you
Okay,
Moanalisha
that's
yet.
fine.
Y'all
Whatever,
doing it?
yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
okay.
Okay.
So just to set the foundation of the conversation, since you came in a little later, is that the US Census Bureau says that the black man makes an average of $42,000 a year.
Okay.
Okay, so black men on a mass level from multiple platforms within multiple friend groups and within multiple group chats report around the country how they are judged based off of the amount of money that they make, and also to couple that with a lot of women say, I want a man making blank 6 figures.
Correct.
So if the average black man, now that means that over 80%, 90% are making $42,000 a year. That means that only 8% are making $100,000 a year
Okay.
in the country, and that does not account for heterosexual background. So women that are interested in men that are straight, that number even decreases even more, right?
Okay.
So
Start adding in kids. Start adding in degree. Start adding in all the extra. The height. Start adding in. He got to be
height.
6 foot. Go ahead and add it in. Your
Hey,
numbers is dropping.
this also doesn't mean that he got a full beard either.
Yeah.
I ain't even got one.
Drop a clue bomb.
You know what I'm
Baby
saying?
Joe.
I can't even grow it.
So as black men,
Mm-hmm.
we feel like there will be a lot more marriages, a lot more relationships if they're accepted at the level that they're at for now. Now, prior to this conversation, we all came onto the consensus that even if you are making 42K a year, you want to have the mentality like this is not where I'm going to be 5 years from now, 10 years from now, right?
Right.
But
Mm-hmm.
you may be able to meet an awesome guy, right?
Mm-hmm.
That is the man of your dreams, and he make $40,000 a year. Do you think the average black woman is okay with that?
Well, see, that's just the thing. If you're making 40K, where you for that deficit in salary, you gotta have value add somewhere else. And a lot of the times, what it is that there's no added value. You may not be bringing a whole lot of money to the table, but are you bringing a lot of emotional support? Are you bringing, are you giving a lot of quality time? Are you I think.
But
Like-
okay, but should we assume
let-
should we assume that he isn't bringing that because he only made 40,000?
Ooh, Lord.
We can assume that, but basically what you're telling me is that women like, oh, I want somebody that, making this and making that. A lot of the times when women are looking at relationships, I think even now, when we're talking about millennial and Gen Z women, and they're looking at examples of, men in their families,
Social
or this,
media.
that, there have always been
Social media.
providers.
Social media is the big thing.
Yeah.
But Renee,
Don't say
men.
when
But
that's where
see,
y'all
hold on.
get
Y'all gonna let me
everything.
finish?
It's more than that too.
Y'all gonna let me finish my thought though?
Go ahead.
What I'm saying is that a lot of the times, yes, women will bend. Women will bend. What I'm saying is that like you said, if the man of my dreams comes into my life and he's like, look, only thing that's holding me back from, this, that, and the third is my salary. I can bend if he's adding value in other areas. But a lot of times when I meet men with, it's like too, you're saying that, oh, this man doesn't have a struggle complex. He's ambitious. He doesn't foresee himself staying in that income or whatever tax bracket for that long.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of times you don't meet a man that is driven and all of these things that is making 42. A lot of the times the men that are driven and this, that, and the third, they're making the salary that you want them to make.
Okay.
Or less.
Or what?
Or less. Like
Or
you see,
less.
you see a lot of men with ambition, but they trying to be a rapper. So you ain't falling in line with that. Is that fair to say? Exactly.
Depends.
So-
What's the grind like? What are you putting in?
But why does
if you
a
want to be a
man?
rapper, are you really grinding to be that?
Okay.
What you're saying you want to be?
Yeah, but if
I
I'm
see
grinding,
that
if I ain't
drive,
making more than
that
42,
hustle, but if I see that driving that hustle, I'm gonna get behind it. I mean,
Miss Renee, we asked this
me
question.
down. I'm speaking from my perspective.
Okay.
Miss Renee, we asked this question earlier, right? Would you rather date a man making 42K with no debt or 100K with debt? And why? Good question, right?
Again, I don't matters of money and finance and income. And at the end of the day, none of that shit. Excuse my French. None of that shit matters if the love is real, if the support is real, if the vibe is right, if it's compatible, if that person is adding to you spiritually, mentally, emotionally. I don't care what their financial status is.
So the thing is, Miss Renee, is I completely agree with you, right? I completely understand, but a lot of women don't look at it from the standpoint that you're looking at it.
Right.
So
What's your group chat saying,
Well,
Renee? What's your group chat saying? Your group chat, your friends. You have conversations with your friends, like, okay, that may be your perspective, but what is the average woman saying around you? You think they share the same sentiments as you do?
100+.
Because you're pretty compassionate.
I do. I at least in my friend group.
Okay.
Again, I can't speak for, and I think that's the thing too. What type of women are y'all looking at with these standards? What kind of women are coming to y'all with these kind of standards? Because my friends, the friends that I have, they're looking for the same type of man that I'm looking for. Again, that money and stuff doesn't matter if you're bringing all of the other things into my life, because hey, I'm taking care of myself. Okay, I'm
Right. We
independent woman.
yeah.
Moanalisha.
But
This is
if
Sam.
Can I Can I finish?
Go ahead. I'm gonna let you finish.
My friends right now, like, okay, my friends who are couples. That's what I like to call people in relationships. My friends who are couple right now, like, their relationships, at least from what I see, have a lot of balance. Like, where one person is weak or where one person lacks, the other person is picking up the slack. And I think that's really what everybody is looking for: somebody that can balance them, finances or otherwise.
So in these couplings, what percentage would you say are married?
Zero.
Do you have any friends that are
Zero.
married? There's
Yeah.
zero married.
Do I have friends is a loose term. All of my close friends, no.
Okay. So you would have to agree that if most of your close friends aren't married and even if they're in relationships, if the man isn't making $100K, why aren't they married? If it doesn't matter.
That's a good
Why
question.
does marriage matter?
What?
Why does having to be married matter?
Being married has a lot of benefits.
Does it?
Being married protects the
For
woman.
who?
Yeah.
Who?
It adds protection to the woman. It adds protection to your
How?
legacy.
In what way?
Legally, you get half of
How?
everything. You're covered by medical, financial, all the laws basically in your favor. Child care is basically in your favor.
Right. You get if you married and if a woman is married and she gets a divorce, they say it's a 98% chance that she would have full custody of the child and the father would get visitation rights.
No matter what kind of dad he was.
Yeah, no, marriage has its benefits to people and the community.
It's benefits. I mean, no, I think what y'all are saying is a two-income household has its benefits.
So
marriage,
would you say that a child is more
does not.
beneficial? Would you say that a child is more beneficial to grow up in a home with married parents or co-parents?
if both parents are living in the home and they're not married, what's the difference? Because see, I can draw up paperwork right now to make sure that if this person is a partner of mine, I can draw up paperwork that can make sure we're both straight if something happens.
That's a marriage.
And I don't have to technically get married. No.
Yeah, marriage is a contract.
It is a contract, but that's not a contract and marriage aren't the same thing. It's not mutually exclusive.
Why not? Take the ceremony out of it. Take the ceremony out of it. You go to the courthouse, you sign a contract. You go home and you sign a contract. Y'all both married.
So, Ms. Moanalisha, I got a question for you,
Take
right?
the marriage certificate out of it. Then
So
what?
you don't have a desire to be married?
At the moment, no, actually.
But you said at the moment, though. What about your
because I
life?
haven't found somebody that makes me want to.
How much would he have to make you want to get married?
I'm not even going to ask you that. I'm sorry. Like, so you
Money
do
is
have a
not a
desire to be married.
Huh?
So you do have a desire to be married.
We need to know that so we can kind of guide
No,
the conversation.
she says she does.
Okay.
She tried to deflect it a little bit at first.
She said not at the moment.
Not at the moment. It's kind of a deflection.
Okay, but yeah, because I don't have a desire to be married right now because I don't have any prospects. So nobody is
that
piquing
doesn't
my
mean you don't
interest in
desire.
that area.
But Renee, you can have a desire. You can be by yourself, working on yourself.
I have a desire to be in love and to find a life partner that I can share my life with.
What if that man
marriage or not.
wants marriage?
Then that's a discussion we'll have.
So you don't desire
Because
to be
see,
married.
Well, let me
I
ask
guess
you a
my
question.
situation is a lot different.
Let me ask you a
Y'all
question.
Okay, go ahead.
Let me ask you a question. So you said a man who makes $42K a year, right? Okay,
Mm-hmm.
obviously that's not enough financially, so he needs to provide other things,
What do you
emotional
mean it's
support.
not enough
You,
financially?
you said he needs to provide additional support, additional emotional support, right? So
I'm not saying additional emotional support. I'm saying if you know you can't buy me all these things or help me pay my bills or this, that, and the third, but you're doing everything else right,
But-
I'm gonna be able to look past.
but he can do that at 42 if he ain't got no debt.
So
Right.
so
Hold on,
Renee,
hold on.
Renee, what you said was that he has to add value in other areas.
If yes, what
Right.
I'm saying is that for okay, I'll say this for if we're looking at it generally, how y'all asked me in the beginning, I think if I'm speaking for other women,
Mm-hmm.
I think what I can say is that if a man is making 42, okay, that's because see, I'm looking for somebody who is at least kind of where I'm at financially.
Where you at?
But if a man, None of y'all damn business.
Well, come on.
You gotta help us in the scene.
Hold on, Miss Renee.
We're discussing finances.
Miss Renee, I got a quick question for you. So you said a man making 42K has to bring a little bit more to the table, right? So are you implying that a man making 100K doesn't have to bring anything to the table?
He don't have to do nothing. You know what? He don't have to do
what
nothing.
I'm taking
He can bring.
your connotation as is you literally said if he's making 42K, he got to do extra. But if he's making 100K, he doesn't?
I didn't say that. That's not what I'm saying.
Yes, we got the tape.
Renee, we can run the tape back. You said that a man making, let me tell you what you said. I'm a good listener. You said that a man making 42K has to add value where he does not have the money.
Areas.
Oh, in other areas.
If you're not bringing that financial piece, if you're not flying me out, buying me this, that, and the third, okay, that's cool.
I don't.
What else are
Okay.
you bringing to the table?
I don't think she's saying they have to add the value. I think
No,
she
she
said add value.
I think,
She said that verbatim.
No. She might have
But
said
what I
that,
mean
but I
by,
think what she
can
meant
y'all let me
was.
explain myself, please?
Yeah.
I'll let you-
explain it,
yeah,
because I
let me
think
hear
I
it.
understand what you're saying, but I'm gonna let you explain it.
What I'm saying is that there are multiple areas where you're looking at, like multiple qualifying areas that you're looking for when you're dating a person, or when you're looking to date link with somebody romantically. Money does come into the conversation, of
Yes,
course.
ma'am.
But what I'm saying is that if I'm looking at my checklist of things and everything checks off except for, or what I'm saying, if the salary doesn't check off, majority of the other stuff needs to check off.
So what's the salary check off?
Can I finish?
What's the salary check off? Before you go too deep. What's the salary check off?
I want to hear what she got to say.
Salary is where I'm at.
Okay.
But we need to know a number.
But the
No,
but
we
the
don't
average
need
is
no number. I don't want to know.
But the average is 40. But the average is 42.
Is it 55?
The average is 42.
60?
Don't even tell me, Miss Renee. I respect your view of not wanting to tell us. I don't want to know, but
Right.
I still want to know. I still want you to answer that question though. You literally
What?
just said that 42K, like he's got to bring more to the table if he's not flying
I'm
you
not
out.
saying he's got to bring more. I'm saying if that's where he's at with his income, right? That's where you at with your income. You're telling me, you're actually like, hey, I know this is where I'm at, but I have ambitions to do better, in the future. Okay, cool.
Okay.
But what I'm saying is that, okay, that's one part of you. But there are multiple facets and assets to a person that can help balance out that salary.
Okay.
So what I'm saying is that if you're making 42, you got to be a bomb ass nigga.
Okay, hold. Pause right there. Pause right there. Pause right there. Pause right there, Renee.
That's what I.
Renee, pause right there. I want to hear what you got to say, but I want to keep the conversation on point, right?
Okay.
We all turned up right now,
Come on, moderator.
All right, let's
Come on, I give you a green bean. Dad.
Okay, all right. You crazy. All right, so let's bring it down. So let's ask on point questions. Let's give
Correct.
10-second answers or less, okay? And let's really work through this because we want to know the woman's perspective. That's why we have you on. We think it's important. Okay. Now answer this question. Let's see if you can answer this question with a yes or no. Okay. I got a good question for you.
Okay.
No matter if a man adds value or not, does a woman respect a man that makes $100,000 a year?
Stop trying to be PC. Don't be PC. Don't be PC.
I was rolling with
Don't be PC. You came on here to talk. Don't be PC.
I'm not. I can't. That to me, that's open ended. That's not a straightforward question.
Okay, let me ask you this: yes or no? A man that makes $42,000 a year, he has no more added value, nothing else he can add. Does a woman respect this man in her
Hell
relationship?
no.
Okay.
But that-
I want to walk through this. You're gonna go next.
Okay.
You going next? Samson is going next. Okay.
Okay.
So just to lay the foundation of it, you really couldn't give us a straightforward answer. Whereas if a man makes $100,000 and he doesn't add any value, does a woman respect him in a relationship? You really couldn't give us a straightforward answer on that, and that's cool. But if a man that makes 42 in a relationship, and he doesn't add any more value to that, you say hell no. So, like the feedback on it is that a man's salary, if it's a weighted GPA, a man's salary does not weigh more than his ability to provide emotional support for his woman. It doesn't weigh more. You know what I'm saying? Because depending on the relationship, right, a woman may need more emotional support versus financial support. Example,
Right.
how many friends or people do you know or have heard of that had a miscarriage?
Ooh, nobody in my circle.
But you've heard of people who've had a miscarriage, like John Legend's.
Yeah.
John Legend's wife had a miscarriage late
Right.
in her pregnancy, right? So I'm pretty sure she needs more emotional support from John, no matter the amount of money that he's bringing in at this moment in time, right?
Right.
So it's
Right.
so what we're trying to really push with this conversation is that black men have the ability to make $42,000 a year.
And do so much more.
Be a good guy, check a lot of boxes, and him not move up in his salary, but he's still able to be husband of the year material. And while your friend is over here with a husband that makes $100,000 a year, right? He could not be checking off a lot of boxes for his wife.
Correct.
He cannot be providing
Correct.
emotional support. He could not be
Right.
focused on helping her build her career. He cannot be
Right.
focused on having a relationship with her mom and her family, right? Whereas the man making 42 could really be a well-balanced man, and he says, you know what? I love my job. I love it. I love it. I can see myself doing this every day for the rest of my life to the day I die. I love going to work. I'm enthusiastic. You got people making $100,000 that can't stand what they do.
Hate waking up.
They hate waking up to go to work, right?
Just
So the reason why I say that though is to provide us some context that we're talking about money, something that can.
Okay.
We're talking about. We had a conversation before this about women going through phones, and we was talking about how men are such linear thinking when it comes to how we are. 1 + 1 = 2, right?
Facts.
Is it?
Yeah. I'm speaking from a man's
I think
perspective,
I would
and I'm speaking
like
from
to-
a lot of
I would
mine.
like to-
Well,
y'all
we
like
get into that. We'll get into that. But we get into that. But men are very linear, right? I've heard the example of men think like waffles and women think like spaghetti. Like we're very straightforward in the way that we think, right? That's why women always have to explain stuff to us even more because we're not thinking beyond the box that you all see things. We see things for what they are,
Like,
right? In reality. Go ahead,
I'm
Tony.
gonna speak from a personal perspective because we're asking Ms. Renee a lot of questions, but we're not giving the people, us as black men, right, what we need or what we want.
Right.
So, all my life, I seen my dad fight for our family. Mom didn't work
Okay.
sometimes, made a lot of money, right? I tried to do that same thing for my fiance, buying her
Okay.
Louis, trying to pay for everything. But and I make as much as you or more, no disrespect, no pun intended. But my fiance said that's not what
maybe
I need.
you do, maybe don't.
I don't. My fiance literally said that's not what I need. Like I need your love. I need your affection. So when I made 42 or 44, I displayed more love to her because I didn't have that type of money. So then when I got to that type of money, I thought me buying her everything was what she wanted. But no, that's not what she wants. She wanted the love aspect. So I don't agree that a man making 42 has to do more and a man making 100 has to
I
do
didn't
less.
say
I don't
do
agree with that.
more.
But
I
Renee,
didn't say
he's
do
also
more.
he's also
That's not
coming
what I
from
said.
Renee. He's also coming from the perspective
But
that
y'all stretching the context.
okay,
That's
but
not what I
hold on. I got you. I'm gonna come back to that. He's also reporting from. He said it before. He was in the NFL, right? He said he
Okay.
made 10 times more money than what he's making right now. He
Okay.
says that he has more money now than when he was in the NFL. So men are
That's
coming from
believable.
men are coming from the perspective of does it really matter how much you make or does it matter how much you keep? Because if you have $100,000, if you're making $100,000 a year, okay, he checks that
Does
box.
any of that matter?
But hold on, he checks that box, right?
The numbers say yes. Whether you're saying no or not, the numbers say yes.
right.
It matters.
The typical house.
To
See,
who?
it matters to women. It matters to most people. A man, okay, a woman judges a man based off of how he can provide for her and her family.
I don't.
Okay.
I don't.
But that
She keeps speaking from a
Okay, but
introspective versus
but
the average.
But it's very like, okay, Renee. So like we're
Right,
trying
but I
to speak
think
from
that's the problem.
we're trying to speak from a
I think that's the
non-anecdotal.
issue.
Like our experiences are anecdotal.
But y'all just gave me an anecdotal experience.
No.
So how can y'all?
What anecdotal experience did we
Are we
give?
doing high level? Or are we doing? Where are we coming from?
Are we talking about? Are we looking at this from a top-down perspective or from a top-down perspective? We're saying that black men feel the pressure from black women about the money that they make.
Do they feel that from white women?
No.
Do they feel that from Latino women?
No, and let me tell you why, Miss Renee.
Well,
That's why black men are getting married at a higher rate than black women,
Especially to
because
other
we don't
races.
feel that from other races.
Some races
Wonder why
want
y'all
us
don't
just
feel
because
that
we
from other
black.
races.
But okay, but let's get into the let's get in.
Hit the nail on the
What
head.
did
I
it say?
did.
What did it say?
Some races just want us because we black.
Yeah.
Come on, fetishize.
But come
And that has nothing to do with money,
fetish.
and they getting married.
Black is a fetish.
let's get into the numbers though. 3/4 of black men are married.
Okay.
1 in 4 black women are married. So if black men, human beings are going to go where they are appreciated. Let's take away the race. Hold on.
no.
Let's take away the race. Let's take away the race.
No.
People, but Renee, hold on. Let's
Okay.
hold on. Let's,
no, you're gonna go where you're fetishized.
Hold on.
You're gonna go where you're where you feel like you're celebrating.
Hold on.
When you're really not being celebrated.
Hold on. We at a 10. Let's bring it down to a 2.
Okay.
That's Moanalisha, boy. She ready to go.
So human beings.
Who said they want us to be black? Who said that?
That was Sam.
Well, hold on. I want to make
Sam. Yeah, that was Sam.
Yeah, you can save it.
Oops, I mean that was Samson. Say now.
So what we're saying is that human beings want to be loved.
Yeah.
So let's put this in perspective
did I
though.
not say that?
Let's put this in
Did I not
perspective.
say that?
Black men are race loyal. Only 15% of black men are race loyal. Black men that are married are 85% of them are married to black women. It is a myth that black men marry more women outside of their race. That's not true. Only 15% in 2018. Since 2018, only 15% of black men are married to women outside of their race.
I'm glad.
And at a higher rate.
I am so
Okay.
glad.
And at a higher rate. So
Okay.
the thing about it is,
Yeah, but y'all were saying that black women want to. What was that statistic you gave before all of this, where it was like black women or something about? Oh, black men feel pressure from black women. What was that? What was that line?
Black women feel pressure from
No,
black
you said
women.
black men.
Black men feel pressure from black women about the amount of money that they make.
Okay, and that is why black women are not married. That's why the majority of black women are not married, because we want black men to make a certain amount.
No, I would say that if we had to look at it from a top 5 perspective, I would say that's probably up on the 5 on the list. So I wouldn't say that's the main reason why they're not married. I would say that is one reason. Go ahead, Samson.
I think we're in a really weird transition right now, man, because I feel like these. I think the generational changes have really kind of blurred some lines. I think that the fact that being a black man kind of meant that you provided for your household some years ago, and it wasn't that long ago.
And that black man didn't make $100,000 to provide for his entire family.
And he did.
Can you let him finish?
But let's look at the number that like if you live, let's be honest, if you living in Washington D.C., I don't know 42,000. I mean, you can make it work. But it's tough. It's really tough. And we live in a kind of like society now where like, man, it's hard for me to provide for my wife, two children, but I think we in a like a space where, women still kind of want that feeling. Men still want to do it, but it's hard.
You know why it's hard?
Yep.
You know why it's hard? Because black men only make 59 cents on the dollar that white men make.
Oh, well,
and black women make less than that.
Yeah. Let's talk
so
about
where's the empathy?
Why does the man have to make 3 times as much as you?
Where's the empathy though?
When you make less than him?
Who said that.
You just
But
said he got to make more. If what you make or more, and if you make more than 42,
I
that's
said
at least
that's-
I'm gonna
but
double
that's-
it. So then, if you want him to
I
make
said
more
that
than
would
you,
be
that's triple.
That's ideal. That's ideal. I'm not saying.
Why is
but
that
what I'm
ideal?
saying-
That's what we want to know.
because
Why
if
is that ideal?
Because if we're, oh, what is that?
That's us. This is Sam
that's
too.
a boxing match
Yeah, this is
between you and
Sam.
Sam.
Yeah, I want to know why that's
Oh.
ideal.
It's ideal because if romantically, if we work out, and there's the notion that we will then come together and cohabitate and have a 2-income household, I want to be living comfortably.
So that means you don't want to work after you have a
That's why
baby.
it's ideal.
That's
I'm
not
sorry,
what she
what?
said. That's,
You don't want to work after you have a baby.
Who said that?
You just said you want to be living comfortably.
But who said anything about a baby?
I'm asking. You just said cohabitate. Shit, what's the
Yeah, that
plan?
doesn't mean-
We
that
have a
doesn't mean
baby.
who said pregnancy? Did I say pregnancy?
Do you want to have a child?
I said cohabitate. That means move in together.
But
that
what-
doesn't mean.
Are you
get
interested in
pregnant.
having a child, Renee?
I'm on the fence.
Why? If it's not too
So
personal.
many
If it's not too personal. Yeah, I'll
So
stage
many
that.
factors.
Yeah.
So many factors.
Is it a
It's
financial?
a lot
Is it a
of factors
financial
to me.
thing?
No.
Will you be more open to having kids if your man was a multi-millionaire versus the 42K?
Nope.
No?
That has nothing to do with it. Mm-mm.
What? Okay, now would the average woman be more open to having kids if her man was a multi-millionaire versus 42K? And yes, I'm
sure she
asking you to
would be.
speak for the multiple woman.
I'm sure she would be. Yeah, but that. See, again, I am. Excuse my French. I'm a different type of bitch. Okay.
Okay.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
I will say that I am, and maybe it's because I've been in therapy and I've been on the spiritual journey. I feel like I've kind of evolved out of this societal complex that's ruled by patriarchy and capitalism and all of these.
I'm gonna challenge that to say you
And
did,
so-
but go ahead.
Okay. Oh, back to the ideal, the ideal income. That's what you're gonna challenge
Right,
me back
because
to?
I'm gonna challenge
a
it because
man
if
making
you,
money
yeah, you
is
just
capitalism.
said,
I
yeah.
said ideal. I didn't.
I'm gonna
that's
challenge
not
it
my
because you require him to make more than you or as much
I
as
said
you.
ideal. I didn't say require. Where did I say require? I said it's an
If it
ideal
wasn't
situation.
required, then you would be married. If it wasn't a requirement, if you weren't checking for somebody to make sure that they have more than you or as much as you, then you would be married by now.
I've dated plenty of men who have made more than me, and I'm not married. So what does that mean?
Why?
because that's not.
Why am I not married? Because we didn't work out.
Well, that's
Because
what,
he
that's
didn't-
what I was-
It has nothing
that's
to do
what I
with
was
you.
trying to-
Is it because he didn't provide? Is it because he didn't provide emotional or some type of support in other ways that he covered the financial
Egg.
basket?
Exactly.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to. That's what I was trying to get at. I feel like what she was trying to say, and Miss Renee, tell me if I'm wrong, but like,
I will. You already know I will. Go ahead.
I already know. But I think she was saying like, yeah, 42,000, yeah, might not, check off that box, but the dude checks off the other boxes. It's just like if he making 200,000, he still got to check off them boxes.
Yeah.
It's no.
But he
it's
got
no-
less boxes the more
that's
money
not-
he
but
got.
that's
He
not
has
what
less
but that's
boxes.
not what she
That's
said.
what she
a lie.
said. That's what she
That's
just
a
said.
whole lie.
She just said she just look. She just said that he made. She just said that he made more money, and it didn't work out because he didn't provide the extra support that she needed. So he had less boxes
Not
that he still didn't
extra.
check.
You keep saying extra. It's not extra. It's all encompassing. It's like a pie chart. Salary is a part of that pie. But for me, that's a small slice.
So
Okay.
listen. Let me, look.
You got it's other areas in my pie that you have to come and add value to in order for it to work.
And
That's what
Renee,
I'm
we
saying.
gonna
You're
let
thinking
let
of
you
it
and
as-
Sam wrap this up, okay? We're gonna let you and Sam wrap this up.
Because Sam,
because
he know me.
my thing is, look, my problem, and this is my problem with the
Sam,
topic,
do
and I'm gonna let you.
No.
I'm gonna let you finish it. I'm gonna let you finish it.
What I'm saying?
No, I hear you.
But do you understand what I'm saying?
I hear you.
It's a pie. It's not I think you're thinking bar chart, line chart. I don't know what you're thinking, but for me, it's a pie chart.
Yeah.
And what I'm saying is, like Samson is saying, there are all these things that make up the pie, right?
Mm-hmm.
Salary is a part of that.
So if I got
Now-
50% of the pie, I only have to provide less for everything else. That's what you're saying. I'm giving you more
No,
opportunities
okay.
with a bar chart. I really am. If it's a bar chart, I'm giving
No.
you more opportunities. If it's a pie,
That-
it all equals up to
More
100.
opportunities for what?
your argument.
For what?
For your argument. Listen,
What
a
I'm
pie
saying
chart.
is
A pie
that-
chart equals up to 100, right?
Correct.
Right. So if I got 50% of financial, then I only have X amount of percentage
But
all
no,
around the board
that-
to equal 100. You're maxing yourself
You're
at
talking-
100.
No. You're saying what you can provide. I'm talking about what I require is a pie chart.
Okay. Still.
You're talking from your perspective, and you're not looking at it from mine.
Okay.
What I'm saying is that when I'm looking at a person,
Mhm.
there are all these things, but it's wrapped up in a pie chart.
Okay, Renee, but what's from black man's perspective? Like but you weren't able to answer the question about respect though. Like all black men want, but hold on. All black men want respect no matter the amount of money that they make. If they are a man, if they are a man, but hold on, if they are a man that is loyal to his woman, that checks for her emotionally, that does all these different things, they should not have to do more than the man that makes $100,000. Because the question, but I'm going back because I took a note. I took a note while you were talking because what the statement was because I asked a yes or no question. There's a man that making $100,000, right? Because you couldn't answer that. I respect that. Like,
right.
I respect that. You couldn't make a because the thing about it is that what we don't want to really get into.
Well, because I couldn't answer it is because going back to what I was saying earlier, I dated somebody who's made a lot of money, and they weren't. They weren't what I needed.
Because they didn't have to be.
They didn't. But men making that
because
amount, a lot of men making that amount of money don't provide those things because they are top X amount of percentage of men.
But the thing is, and this is what we're getting down to. The problem isn't because we're making it the problem. The problem is he got 15 girls saying, you make $100K, you can do whatever you want. You ain't even got to come home tonight. And then you come and you say, I need this and this. And he like, skirt, I'm off you.
Yeah, because Renee, only 8% of men in the country, black men in the country, make that amount of money. They are top tier. They are top tier.
A dude know when he top tier. He knows it.
I wish a nigga would think he make $100K and he gonna run all over me. It's a done deal.
No, it's a done deal for you because he's gonna go run over the next one. It's a done deal for you.
So exactly.
And he's not worried about it. And he's not worried about it. I promise you, he's not gonna think twice about it. Yeah.
And lied. That's one thing. That's one thing I will definitely agree with is like when it comes to like dating, like that is a big barrier. Like that is oh, you don't make this amount of money. That's the conversation.
Because guess what? They daddy ain't make that amount of money.
But see the thing is, Sam,
no,
they say I gotta make 75, right?
Their father did not make that amount of money though.
Never.
So why the average black if the average black woman doesn't have a father that makes top 8% financially. So if your daddy didn't make that amount of money,
black woman? Where is that said black woman?
Probably married.
She's probly married. She probably has a different perspective on finance.
She's probably married and happy.
Folks don't want to live in reality, man. Folks don't want to live in reality.
Why is your dad? So your dad?
Listen,
one mic. So your dad isn't good enough if he makes average money.
But that's the average.
No, that's not what.
That's what people are missing.
What
The average.
The average. That means that 80. That means that over almost not. Hold on. For numbers perspective, that means that almost 90% of black men make $42,000 a year.
And if 75% of those men are married, then they're good. Then something is wrong with the outliers.
The outlier is the woman.
Can I ask you a question though?
Go ahead.
If said woman, if her father wasn't this big old breadwinner like y'all are saying, but she's a big stepper, she's making a whole lot of money. She shouldn't require or she shouldn't want someone that's also kind of equally yoked.
But you're the outlier.
But money. Okay, I want to answer your question. Money does not make you equal.
Okay.
Money does
but
not.
That's not what y'all been saying.
Money does not make you. But that's what we've been trying to say. A man making $42,000 a year can still be the head of his household, can still be the leader, can still be and should still be respected.
In Mississippi, yeah.
No. In Raleigh, North Carolina.
The average
in Raleigh. Hold on, Renee. Hold on.
The average dual income in North Carolina is $54,000 a year. That's the average. That's the average double.
I'm not looking for average.
So is he average because he only made $42,000 a year? And
I'm
as
just
far
saying, I'm never
in
looking-
Renee's
y'all
Renee's
talking about-
perspective,
y'all throwing average around a lot, and it's
because that's
like,
the average
why are
amount of
people
money that he
looking for
makes.
But see, the thing is,
Is that average
you're
amount
not looking
y'all
for average. You're not looking for the average man.
Mm-hmm.
But the average man
Right.
makes 42K.
I have decentered romantic love from my life. My life doesn't center around finding romantic love.
So
That's
what kind
not
of love
what
you
my life
finding?
is about. I'm finding love in my friendships. I'm
Financial
working on
love.
my self love, and you know what? That love has given me way more than any romantic love that I've attempted to cultivate.
From yourself, though,
So-
right?
Yeah, from myself, from other relationships, I've learned to not, because see, y'all aren't even centering this around love. Y'all are centering this around getting with
because you-
somebody.
you know
Y'all
what,
not
you-
fall,
and
y'all
making
not
sure-
falling in
Renee,
love if you
you-
make
you know
42.
how-
Y'all
you-
already taking love off the table.
Right.
that?
You already know.
How do you know that?
Because Renee, you
Because
find
the
out what
numbers say
Renee, you
that-
find out what a man makes before you fall in love with him. That's
That's a
why.
lie.
That's a, no,
Yes,
That's
no,
a
that's
what do
lie.
you mean?
let's
You
be
find out how
honest.
much he
That's a
makes
lie.
by date 5,
That's a
6,
fact.
7, 8, 9, 10. You know, you shouldn't love a man by that time, should you?
Renee just told us that if we dated for a year and then 12 months later she find out I make less than her, it's over.
I didn't say that.
She,
But you're not
said
gonna
that.
wait. But the thing is, you're not gonna wait 12 months
You
to find
said
that.
I didn't say
You're
that.
not gonna wait 12 months to
hold
find
on,
that out.
but Renee, look, we can go about 10 more hours on this.
we can because
And I think the overall consensus was that we always want to have women's perspective, whether you agree with us or not. You know what I'm
Well,
saying?
yeah, I definitely disagree.
It's okay though. It's okay. It's okay.
I know.
Because
Yeah,
guess what? Because guess what? Black women may have the next conversation, and we may not agree with what y'all say. But I think the important part about it is that we are communicating as Black people.
play. Can I?
Go
can I
ahead.
just
We need to finish it. We're gonna
interject
finish.
a
We're
little
gonna
bit?
wrap it up a little bit.
You said you did. Yes, you did give statistics, but the reasons of why those statistics are there are what we feel. Let's be honest.
I can't hear you.
But those are polled.
Those are polled statistics, but the reason why those statistics are there are because of something that we feel. It's not necessarily. We can't say that 1 in 4 Black women are married because this, and this, because
And
we
y'all
can't,
ain't even say
we
happily
can't
married.
necessarily prove that unless
Y'all
we
ain't even say
unless
happily married.
unless that's exactly what the statistics said.
The statistics say from the Black Demographics US Census Bureau.
But
These are
unless
numbers.
the statistics said 1 in 4 Black women don't get married because
Well, you can't
this, and
because
this.
it's subjective.
Exactly.
We-
That's what I'm trying to
Boom.
say. Everything is
everything is objectivity.
subjective. We are being subjective.
How you're subjective is based on your own experiences.
Yeah. Oh,
Objectivity
Yeah, your
of
own life.
object. So what the way that you make your reality matter and how you make your reality serious and concrete to somebody else is that when you find numbers to back up how you feel.
But that
I guess.
I get you. But
Now,
it's
if I
still
said ain't no Black man married, but I have a statistic that says 3 out of 4 Black men are. My opinion of what I said, that was a lie. That's not a
But
fact.
it would also be subjective if I said 3 and 4 Black men are married because we got money.
When you put because in it, though, that's subjective.
But what you're saying is subjective also.
How?
Because
Give me
you're
the
saying-
example.
Because if you're saying that it's because like what's the reason that you're saying 3 and 4 Black men are married?
Because we find women to marry.
Because
we
that's
find
subjective.
we find women to marry.
But that's still subjective.
How? That's not subjective.
Because
If a man is married, answer this yes or no. Is if a man is married, is he married? Yes or no?
I mean, yeah.
Is he happy?
Yes.
Yeah.
Is he
He's
happy?
married, right?
Yeah.
If a
Is he
woman,
happy?
happiness
Is
is
he happy?
subjective because what's happy to
Happy
you
is a
is
fleeting emotion.
But-
what's
So-
happy to you and what's happy to me may be two different things.
All I'm saying is you
Okay.
can't manipulate a number.
You can't.
Come on.
75% and 25%.
Come on, now let's.
Who that
It
said?
Go
says
ahead.
it says 75%.
Okay.
But let's read what the actual number says. That's all it's saying. That's all it's saying. It doesn't say why. It's because of this. It's because of this. All it says is 3 and 4 Black men are married.
Okay,
That's it.
okay. Let's reel it in.
So does it
let's reel
really
it in.
matter
Does it matter
why?
why they married?
Yeah.
Yes, it
Why?
does.
Yeah. Why?
Because
Yes,
you
it
can't.
Why,
does.
hold on.
You can't.
Okay, tell Renee. I want to hear why does it matter if Black men are married at 3 times the rate than you are?
I That's not what you were saying.
That's exactly what
It-
he said.
I'm saying it matters because you can't put your own thought into why it's the
Yeah,
what the
the
reason
why you
is.
can't-
We
We never said what the reason was.
You did.
Yeah,
We
you
didn't even
did.
talk about the
He said
reason
three. He
this
said
whole
3 and
time.
4 black men are married. That's period.
Yeah,
1 in 4 women, black
and
women
it-
are married.
and
That's
it-
period.
But
And y'all
that's
tried to
period.
tie
But this
it
whole
to
this come on now.
salary.
This whole episode is why.
We said what we mean and what we say.
The episode is
Is
is it okay to marry the average black man? That is the question.
That's subjective. That's
Yeah,
subjective.
No, it's
guys-
not.
That's-
Is it okay? Is it okay to marry the average black man? That's all we asking.
Not if he does this, not if he has this, not if he
provides this. Is it okay to marry the average black man? The average black man make 42K. Take everything else off the table. Is it okay?
And
in most cases, is no because it's only one of them that's saying it's okay.
Yeah.
And she didn't say it was a no. She never said it was a no.
It's only 1 out of 4 that are saying it's okay.
It's 4 parts to 100%,
marry
bro.
this
That's
man.
not what the statistics
Hold on.
Yeah, it is.
Hold on.
You're putting something on the statistics.
Well, we appreciate you. Thank you. We'll
Yeah,
follow up
don't
with
kick,
you.
yeah, kick me back to the audience.
Nah, you crazy. We appreciate you though. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate you.
Mr. Nay.
Thank you. But at the end of the day, like the numbers are the numbers, and we're gonna wrap this up. The numbers are the number. 1 out of 4 black women are married. Period.
Yeah. No.
Don't say nothing. Don't say nothing. Period.
Period.
3 out of 4 black men are married. Period.
I agree.
Black men ain't saying, but we married to white women. Black men ain't saying, but we married to Native American, Hispanic, or whatever. We're saying that black men are married at a rate 3 times the speed as black women.
So
Why can't people see? So if it was the opposite statistic, and we got Duke and PJ over there, I'm pretty sure these men with degrees and education and supplemental education and all that, they would be trying to figure out, how can I make myself better to get married?
Okay.
Instead of saying, this is the problem, 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 but you ain't no solutions though.
I mean,
Yeah,
take
no, I know,
take
I
the
get
subjectivity out of it, right? Flip the question. The average black woman makes $42,000 a year.
Would you
Are
marry
you
that
going to
woman?
marry her? Yep. You're not going
Why
to
not?
say,
Absolutely.
yeah, but she got to do this. Yeah, but she got to do this.
No.
Yeah, but she got to
Why
do
not?
this. You just heard her say
Because you got so much
the average
confidence.
black man makes $42K.
Bro,
yeah,
you got
he's
so
cool,
much
but he
confidence.
gotta.
You got so
provide
much
this.
conf-
He
you got so
gotta
much-
bring some extra support.
You got so
He
much
gotta
confidence
fly me
as a
out.
man. You got so much confidence as a man because you don't care what she make because you know you're gonna bring what you bring to the table.
Absolutely.
You have a plan of what you're gonna do.
Okay.
You know that you say, okay, it don't matter how much she make because guess what? I'm gonna make so much money she could stay at home and make zero.
Okay. All right. But you can't dismiss somebody. You can't dismiss a woman that's saying it's not that way. Like if I'm subjectively saying that it's not that way, then that's her.
But we're going off the averages,
And-
though.
but
That's the
you're going
conversation.
off the averages, but you are making.
But you
you're
know what-
making it subjective to say that this is why this
But
happened.
you know what the issue was with the call though? She was negating the numbers and she was negating reality of how things are happening.
Oh yeah, she.
You know what I'm saying?
She brought subjectivity because she's saying, well, this is my opinion.
He needs to, if he don't make
But the
$42,000 a year, he needs to add value and emotional support. He needs to add value into this. This is what she said. He needs to add value into this. And she said she could not answer the question
about respect.
about respect for a man that makes $100,000.
Same woman you saying that ain't worried about is like I could take if he making 100,000 or 200,000, I'm cool with it, whatever.
Right.
There's also a woman that'll say that I need everything else.
Right. Because nothing is absolute.
Yeah, but
Exactly.
and,
I
that's
think-
and she's
I think-
probably that 1 out of 4 who's gonna get married.
Nothing is absolute. Nothing is absolute.
And that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Like
Nothing
we
is
look
absolute.
when we looking at statistics, we can't necessarily put our subjective thought into what everybody is feeling.
Yeah.
Correct. Nothing is absolute.
And yeah, no.
No, just like you see a man in a Lambo, that don't mean he rich.
Fact.
There we go. Exactly.
You can assume some of them are rich and some of them are leasing it and some of them are broke.
Facts.
Because you know why? You know why that's a good example? Because man, we think in logical sense. Because I know that if I see a man in a Lamborghini, I can't assume that he's wealthy.
Yep.
But women think that a man making $42K a year, he's not capable of being a good man and a leader.
Yeah. And this is coming from me.
You were a
honestly-
graduate student. You went from making zero,
Exactly.
and you making money now,
exactly.
right? And so as you make money now, you've seen a change in your shift, even though you're in a relationship now. Were you in a relationship in grad school?
For most of it.
Okay, so in the beginning of it, when you weren't, you understand that now there were some old things, I'm pretty sure, that probably was liking more pictures or showing you a little bit more attention because of your status. Because money matters.
And,
Oh, yeah.
and I hate to
No,
say
I
it,
agree.
and I hate to say it, but you probably have more respect for your relationship now because it came from when you had nothing. Versus if you were making 100K and then it's like everybody want to grab on. Then you like whatever.
What if your girl would have told you, you know what, holler at me whenever you make 100K?
You would never call her again.
But
What if she would have said that?
no, that would be
That shit
wild.
happens.
But I wouldn't take that and say like.
That,
Oh,
no,
this-
we
this-
wouldn't
this
say
is-
that all women. No,
Yeah,
we're not
no,
saying
I
that.
would-
But that was a
take that.
conversation we just had because she said, if you don't make as much as
As
me
much
or
or
more,
more.
this is her words. And so when she run it back, she know I'm not.
Run.
She said,
It's here to-
if
I
you
can't
don't
wait
make
for her to run
as
it
much
back.
as
The clip
me
is here.
or more, she's not checking for you. Now, how many dates do you think that she's going through before she asking you how much you make? It's probably the first one because she's not even going to waste her damn time.
And see, that's a whole nother conversation because then we get into the conversation about men time being wasted. But let's close this out, man. We'll be here for about 2 hours, man.
She gonna hate me.
First off, we got to thank our guest, Renee, for calling in.
Moanalisha.
We respect her opinion as a black woman, and we are very thankful for her call.
Absolutely.
So, this is Black Fly on the Wall, the podcast, Black Man Advocating for Black Men. We just here to get it popping, man.
Got y'all back, fellas.
Black women, it's okay to marry a man making $42K a year. Just get it.
More than okay.
It is okay. It is okay.
Woo!
Man.